Today I'm going to teach you how to make the perfect vanilla cake. So the things or the ingredients that you're going to need is a mixing bowl, measuring cups, 2 sticks of butter, vegetable shortening, whole milk, buttermilk, salt, baking powder, a napkin, sugar, vanilla extract, eggs, and flour. So, two the same at the size packets. So the first thing that you need to do is preheat your oven to 350. Okay, so the next thing that you need to do is make sure that your whole pan is covered so that when the cake comes out, it fully comes out. So all you have to do is take your vegetable shortening and you stick your paper towel in. And cover your whole pan. You have to make sure every single place on your pan is covered. Okay, so after you finish that, you need to take some flour and you're just going to put some on there. So then what you're going to do is you're going to get everything covered. Every side and the whole base. So once that is completely covered, it should end up looking just like this, all pretty whitish and covered. Okay, so the next thing that you need to do is to cream together the butter. So butter in. Then next you're going to add in the vegetable shortening. So what I do is take a spatula and get vegetable shortening. And you need 1/4 cup of that. So just try to fill it as much as you can. Alright, so then you're going to put in the shortening. Okay, so then you're going to cream those together until it's light and fluffy. So once it gets all finished, it should probably look about like this, nice and airy and fluffy. Okay, so then you're going to start adding your sugar, but you want to do it 1 cup at a time. So okay, so I'm gonna put your sugar in. Okay, so now I have a cup of sugar, and you're just gonna pour that in. So then you're just gonna beat that up until it finishes and it is beat it up. Then you just add your next cup. And you're just gonna repeat this process in 3 cups. So 1, mix, 2, mix, 3, mix. So I'll come back to you when that's all finished. All right, when you're all finished, the consistency should look about like this. It's really sugary, so. Okay, so the next step is you're gonna do the same exact thing, but with eggs. So you need 5 eggs. So just gonna crack one, put it in, and mix it up. So just like with the sugar, you just put it in, mix it up, wait till that's all incorporated, and then put another one in. So I'll come back to you again when that's all. Okay, so when you're finished beating all 5 eggs into that one at a time, this is what the consistency should look like. Pretty watery, but that's okay because we still haven't added the flour yet. Okay, so the 2 things that I did forget to mention that you need are a sifter, and what that is, it's just pretty much like a strainer, but it has like, it's more of little like holes, and then a bowl of any size. So the 3 things that you need to sift together are flour, baking powder, and then salt. So for the flour, you need 3 cups. So this. So okay, so the purpose of this is it's gonna make your flour more like light and airy, and then that's gonna make your cake more light and airy too. So you're just gonna pour it in little by little and just shake it. So it's just gonna be Alright, so I'm going to do 3 cups, and once I finish, I'll come back. Okay, so after this is all done and like sifted, it should be more like airy and fluffy. So, and the next thing that you're going to add in is a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. That in. Okay, and then the next thing you're gonna need to put in is the baking powder. And then for this one, you're gonna need 2 teaspoons. That's 1 teaspoon, and then you're gonna do 2. So once you're done sifting everything into the bowl, you're just gonna set that aside because you don't need it right now. Okay, so then the next thing that you're gonna need is just another bowl. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your whole milk, and you're gonna get 1/2 cup. That needs to be 1/2 cup. And then you're just gonna go ahead and pour that into a cup. And then you're gonna add in your butter. then you're gonna add the vanilla. So here for vanilla, you need 2 teaspoons. One. 2. Okay. So once you're done with that, you're just gonna take a fork and whisk that up. I'll come back to you when it's all done. So when you're finished mixing the milks and the vanilla up, this is what it should be like, pretty bubbly. Okay, so the next thing that you have to do is we're gonna go back into this mixture, and you're gonna start with your dry ingredients. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna put in a little dry, and then you're gonna put in a little wet. So you need to make sure that you start with the dry. Make sure you're putting that in first, and then you put in this. You need to alternate, but you need to end. Yeah, like I said, you need to end with this one. Okay, so we're just gonna put a little bit in. And then mix that. I'll come back to you when that's done. So when that's all mixed in, then you're gonna add your wet ingredients. So just a little bit of that too. And then mix that up. And this shouldn't take very long for this to be incorporated in. So then you're gonna go back in with your dry. Mix that up. So you're just gonna keep repeating this process until they're all finished. But like I said, you need to make sure that the dry ingredient is the last one that you put in. So yeah, I'll come back to you when it's all finished. So now that you finished all of this and making sure that this was the last thing that you put in, it should look like this. And you see how like the sides still have like flour on them, or like that dry ingredients. You want to make sure that every single thing is incorporated. So you should just go through and scrape down the sides and then just keep mixing it. Okay, so now that we've finished beating it should probably look like this, pretty smooth. So now we're gonna take it back to our 2 pans that we put flour on, and we're going to put them in. So you need to make sure it's half and half. So yeah. I'll come back to you guys when this is all. Okay, so once you finish this, you want to make sure that they're all smoothed out, and like I said, about half and half. So by the time that you have this all finished, your oven should be ready to put them in. So again, it should be at 350. So I'm just gonna open it and be in there for 30 minutes. So you can just start. So you can start your timer, and it can be in between there, or you can stick like a toothpick or something in there just while it's baking to make sure that it's baking well. So yeah, I'll come back to you guys when it's all done. Okay, so the cakes have now finished baking, and I know you know that they're done baking when you can stick like a toothpick or a cake tester, and there is no type of any batter on it, as you can see. So that means that they're all finished, and so now you're just gonna put them on a rack to let them dry. They're gonna need to dry for about an hour. Otherwise, if you try to put frosting or buttercream or any type of thing like that, it's just gonna melt right off. So you have to, like I said, let them cool for about an hour. So I'll come back when they're all done cooling. Okay, so the cakes have officially finished cooling. They've been cooling for about an hour. So now we just have to flip them over. So this one has already been flipped, so now I'm just gonna show you how to do it in this one. So you're just gonna put your hand on the top of the cake and flip it over, and just, there it is. So it's just, we'll let that cool for just a little